If you have donated and have not received your video, shoot me an email and make sure to check your spam folder. Eldridge Cleaver was most likely the third most influential leader of the Oakland branch of the Black Panther Party. Cleaver grew up as a petty criminal and graduated to more evil and sinister crimes, including murder and rape. He spent the majority of his formative years in and out of prison. In the very next year, after being paroled for charges of rape and murder, he joins the Panthers shortly after his release from Folsom Prison. How many career criminals do you know were published in accredited publications while also being incarcerated? Fresh out of prison, Cleaver started working and writing for Ramparts magazine. Ramparts magazine, the same year, exposed the CIA for secretly financing student organizations. Within the same year, Cleaver also joined the Black Panthers and was fast-tracked to a top position as Minister of Information. Most people presumed that the reason he was accelerated within the Panthers so quickly is because he was a well-known and published writer for Ramparts while being incarcerated. In the civil rights world of Negro philosophy, there are two dynamics at play. A Hegelian dialectic, if you will. You have two factions of Negroes. On one end of the spectrum, you have the Black militant nationalist. And on the other end, you have the conformist, political, Boule type Negro. The Congressional Black Caucasians would be on the Boule end of the spectrum. Each of its founding members were elected to membership in Congress in the Democratic Party. After the redrawing of district lines in the late 60s, several additional blacks were voted into Congress representing new districts. This was a new political group of highly accomplished Negro intelligentsia, founded as the successor of the 1969 Democratic Select Committee. The Congressional Black Caucus was found in 1971. This group is the Negro political and liberal line holder, working exclusively for the Democratic Party. In this picture, Mitchell is seen with Kwesi Mfume and Elijah Cummings, both members of the Congressional Black Caucus, both Prince Hall Freemasons, and both members of the Boule. Kwesi Mfume was born Frizzell Gerard Tate. Frizzell Gerard Tate? This nigga named Frizzell? Hold on. This nigga look like a nigga who would be named Frizzell. This nigga actually looks like Frizzell. He should go back to Frizzell. These niggas and these African names. I blame Karenga for this shit. My name is Kwesi Mfume. Nigga, your name is Frizzell, nigga. So you mean to tell me that Mfume ain't your real name? So you about to tell me Mtume don't exist either? What about Mtume? Them niggas better not be made up. Man, let me find out. I thought this nigga was African. This nigga is from Baltimore. Frizzell Tate, nigga. We used to call this nigga Frizzle. Because his hair was nappy as hell. We used to call this nigga Frizzle. Nigga talking about Mfume. We've all been deceived. Turns out this nigga has changed his name several times. I guess one for each allegation he caught while head of the NAACP. And the lone woman, Shirley Chisholm. Chisholm was born in Brooklyn to Barbadian and Guyanese immigrants. She spent a few years living in Barbados with her grandmother as a child, but after moving back to Brooklyn, she attended girls' high school and graduated with honors, then attended Brooklyn College. At Brooklyn College, she became member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Scooby, Scooby Dooby. What's the sound they make? In summer of 1963, Negroes with Guns was translated and published in China. In late September 63, Robert and Mabel Williams visited China. China treated Williams as a major leader, including presenting an honor guard for his arrival. On National Day, Williams met with Mao in advance of the National Day parade. Mao asked Williams about the development of the Black Liberation Movement and its future. Williams predicted a long and difficult fight. Mao responded that Williams could be patient because of his age, and that a revolutionary program must be planned and sustained because its goal is to change society permanently. After National Day, the Williamses toured China. Williams described China as the last hope for African Americans, contending that without China, there can be no Black struggle in America. In a speech at a demonstration against United States imperialism in 1966, Williams praised what he described as the militant friendship between the Chinese and the revolutionary American people. It seems that for all intents and purposes, Robert Williams was a communist agent. The question being, who was really behind his influence? Was he propped by the media, or was he funded by some secret organization? In March 1968, a group of several hundred African American leaders met in Detroit and declared the Republic of New Africa, electing Williams as the president of its provisional government. So this is another revolutionary organization by which he was elected as the president. An RNA delegation, including RNA Vice President Gaidi Obadele and Information Minister Amari Obadele, traveled to China in June 1968 and met with Williams. Williams accepted the presidency and proposed diplomatic initiatives for the RNA. This nigga getting elected from China, son. So he gets elected as president of RAM from Cuba, then gets elected as president of the Republic of New Africa from China. Also to note that the Black Panther who was supposedly fathering her child was not Hakeem Jamal, although they were rumored to have a sexual relationship. And an entire movie is based off their sexual relationship. But hold on, Raymond, the Mexican, and your ex-husband? Like, dang, I know I get around. I know you get around. I know Elaine getting around. Dang, everybody getting around. I guess, you know what they say about the 60s? Live free, my nigga. This was before, I guess it was before a lot of the diseases, maybe. I don't know. I'm just Che Guevara, a man who was seen as a martyr by the political left, actually grew up in a wealthy, elite, Argentinian aristocratic family, who were some of the oldest families to colonize the Americas. On his mother's side, his ancestor, Luis Maria Peralta, was an original colonizer and landowner in California. On his father's side, Patrick Lynch from Ireland was also a colonizer and landowner in Brazil. Che grew up entrenched in communist philosophy due to the influence of his family, whose home library was filled with Marxist literature. Guevara was an international spy and warlord whose travels took him to multiple continents, spreading Marxism. He was also a part of several armed battles in Africa, South America, and Cuba. An aristocrat who went to college to study medicine becomes an international military revolutionary and the face of the resistance. Many people have expressed skepticism about the authenticity of the narrative surrounding Guevara's life. Additionally, several others have speculated about who he was actually working for. Newton and the Panthers adopted the black beret as a symbol and homage to Guevara, who had been supposedly executed 3 weeks before the killing of Officer John Frey. Newton was represented in court by communist attorney Charles Gary. After 2 years of court proceedings and retrials for voluntary manslaughter, the charges against Newton were overturned, and he was released in August 1970. And before he could rectify the situation, Elaine was gone. It was now 1970, and Huey had just been released. Elaine somehow ended right up in Huey's bed. And as Huey told me in 1988, she kept cocaine and sexy women on him every night. Huey also admitted that it was Elaine who'd inflamed his hatred against Eldridge, resulting in the infamous phone call that marked a clear split in the top leadership. End quote, Geronimo Pratt. Elaine kept the cane. Cocaine Elaine Brown kept that cane on deck, had the cane and the bitches. Had Huey's nose wide open. Literally.
Some people have a distorted view of me, and it gives me very much trouble. It adds to the sort of timid personality that I already have. It makes me uncomfortable because I know that I can't give them all of those things that their idol is supposed to. And I don't want to appear to them a fake, but I would just like to tell them that, I'm just another regular human being.
This can't be the same build. This ain't the post-penitentiary build. This nigga came out the slammer swole. Talking that nigga, we about to go to damn Vietnam with some niggas. We about to go fight against our own troops with y'all. He was talking that brolic shit. Now this nigga is just a regular human like you and me. Niggas legs all crossed and shit. Once this nigga parted his afro, it was a wrap.
And the party basically went from a people's organization to Huey's private army. That's basically what happened.
It was agreed that I would run for mayor of Oakland. And then Huey insisted that Elaine Brown had to run for city councilwoman at large. We lose the goddamn campaign. And then I found out late May 1974, that Huey was trying to take over the drug trade in Oakland, California. Should I say, Huey, the party is over.
But if I could get a virtuous woman,
who's the boss? Well, in a human society, there aren't really any bosses, but who is the real leader and who is the person whose words are most meaningful to the party as a whole? There isn't any question about it. I mean, it always, that Huey is that person.
I had the distinct impression consistently from 1971 that Ms. Elaine Brown was a highly placed intelligence operative inside the Black Panther Party.